Yo, in AP Stats class, Mr. Ng takes the lead, teaching us numbers, making math succeed, standard deviations, probabilities. Mr. Ng's lesson man, he's quite the fix.
Alright, so if you guys go down, this is lesson 3.2, vertical angles, pairs, and linear pairs. And I went to Google Maps, and if you go, our school's up here. If you go south on Gilbert, there's a restaurant, Hatam's, Vallarta's Supermarket, there's Bus Stop, and Teddy's. Class, Teddy's and Hatam's restaurant is called a what? It's called a linear pair. Notice it has the word line in it. Lincoln Boulevard. They are adjacent. Adjacent also means next to. Okay? But the bus stop in Hatam's, you have to go across two streets, right? You have to go across the intersection. That is called a what? That's called a vertical angle. Okay? So hopefully that is a quick reteach of the concepts. So if I see them next to each other in a line, so for question number 1, the answer is what? LP, which stands for what class? Linear pair. Class, are 3 and 4 next to each other on the same line? Can you put your pen down like that? No. So this one is called what? Yeah, you just write VA, vertical angles. And if you didn't know, vertical angles are congruent. I have a mirror, and when you zoom out, the angle will be the same. You see that?
Yeah.
That's why they're congruent. Okay, number 3. Class, are they on the line? No. A, B, and if you have that C, that would equal 180 degrees. These are next to each other, but they don't form a line, so the answer is what? N for neither. Number 3 is neither. Number 4, is it on a line? What's the answer, class? Say it out loud. Linear pair. It's on a line. A and B are on the same line, just 2 angles. A plus B equals 180. Blank plus blank equals 180. Alright, number 5. What do you notice? Are they next to each other on the line? No. They're across from each other. That's called a vertical angles. Number 6. What is it? Yeah, it's a linear pair. Just use your pencil and pen, put it down, 2 angles, they're next to each other, there it is. Linear pair. Another word for linear pair, do you guys know what that is? Complementary or supplementary? You guys learned that yet? That would be supplementary. Number 7. What's the answer? Linear pair, good job. Number 8. You'll notice that they're forming like an intersection, right? It's like an X, and if they're across from each other, it is a vertical angle. Let's go to the back side. Okay, same thing. Using a diagram to tell whether each angles are vertical angles, linear pairs, or neither. Look at your chair. Look at the color of your chair. Blue chairs, what's angles 1 and 2? They're next to each other, they're a pair, right? Linear pair. Green chairs, what's 1 and 3? They're across from each other on an intersection, that is a vertical angle. Red chairs, what's 1 and 4? Yeah, that's a linear pair. Orange chairs, 2 and 3. Forms a line, linear pair. Eventually you guys should be able to get something like this. Blank plus blank equals 180. And then vertical angles are blank equals blank. and then whatever, linear equation, 2x plus 5, whatever she gives you. Blue chairs, 2 and 4. They're across from each other on the intersection. Teddy's and supermarket. That would be vertical angles. Green chairs, 5 and 6. Linear pair. Number 7. Red chairs, 7 and 8. They're next to each other on the line. And orange chairs, 6 and 7. Okay, it is on a line, but they're not next to each other, right? Like, you guys want to be like teenagers are fulfilled when they're dating, they have a pair, right? No, you could be totally content by yourself, but these are not next to each other, not adjacent, so the answer would be neither. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. There's this part, but I have what shape, class? Triangle. I'm going to label the angles 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to tear it up to its parts here. There's angle 3. Here's angle 1. Let's see what I can. Scissors. Okay. There's angle 1. There's angle 3. Here's angle 2. Class, what does my ruler represent? A line. How many degrees was a linear pair? 180 degrees, right? Straight line is 180. If you do a slam dunk, if that could spin, that's 360. So this is half of a circle. But what I did is I tore up the triangle, and then all 3 angles are equal to 180 degrees. Okay, that's called triangle sum theorem. Take a triangle, take the interior sums, add them up, equals 180. Okay? So if you're doing the problem for all of these, write down the equation. Blank plus blank plus blank equals 180. That's your formula. I just proved that to you. So 85 plus 50 plus blank equals 180. In math, we use variables, so I'll just put x. Add those together. 135. This is a positive. To move it across, you're going to have to do the opposite, which is negative. X is equal to what? 45 degrees. The answer is 45. Alright, let's go over number 2. Triangle sum theorem. I have 27. I have 82. I'm going to call this one angle T. Add those together, I get 109. 109 plus something equals 180. You can just guess a number or subtract 109 from both sides. Angle T is equal to what? How much? 71? Alright, number 3. Oh no. They only have one number, so I have 41. This one is equal to how many, class? 90. Yeah, it's a right angle, 90. Got to know your previous knowledge. Add those together, I get 131. Subtract. questions 3 and 4 also prove to you when you have a right angle, these two angles have to add up to be 90, right? 41 plus 49 is 90. All right, number 4. I have angle 1. I have 77. Class, the last one is 90. Let me prove to you why the other two angles have to be complementary. So if you subtract 90, I have angle 1 plus 77 equals 90. And then if I subtract 77, does Miss Lee let you guys use calculators? So 80, 90, 13 degrees. Okay, number 5. I want to use the blue to be a triangle. That blue that I just wrote only works for a triangle. But to get inside the triangle, you might have to solve a couple of other things. Right? They want this one, so I'm just going to add a couple of variables. I'm going to call this one x. I'm going to call this one y. And I'll call the question mark, we'll use question mark. Okay. I can't start over here because there's two unknowns. I can't use the blue one for the triangle because there's two unknowns, but I can start over here. Class, is this a linear pair or vertical angles? Vertical angles. Vertical angles are blank equals blank. So 35 equals x. That means, class, over here I can add 35. So now I have 35 plus 100 plus y. That adds up to be 135. And then if I subtract, our answer is equal to 45. Class, is the answer 45? No, y is equal to 45. This angle right here is 45. See? Green. This one. So now I need a formula for these two. Okay? They're on a line, right? Can you see that? So that one is going to be blank plus blank equals 180. Blank plus blank equals 180. That's a linear pair. So I have 45 plus the question mark equals 180. You're a runner?
Huh?
You're a runner?
No.
Oh. Karen Martinez. Okay, so you subtract 145, not 145, 45, and you get the question mark to be 135. 135 is our answer. Okay, let's try the same thing on the other side. So again, you might need to add some variables. That was helpful for me as my starting point. When you have multiple unknowns, then you probably wouldn't want to start there, right? Not here, but over here. Let's try that for the same thing over here. There is a shortcut. Let's see if I can discover it as I'm doing. Okay, so I'm probably going to do x, y, and then the question mark. Put your finger where you're going to start. Not here, not there, right here. Blank plus blank equals 180. So I have x plus 137 equals 180. Class, what number goes in there for x? 43. So x is equal to 43. Now I got two unknowns for the triangle. This is good. So now I can use the big formula up here. I have 102. Doesn't matter which order you put these in. So I have 43 and I have y. I'm going to add those two together. That gives me what? 145. Any of my math wrong? Let me know. Okay, so y is equal to what? 35. So if I know that y is equal to 35, I'm trying to find the question mark. So you'll notice that these two are on a x or a line. Class, is it an x or a line? It's a line, so that'll be a linear pair. Blank plus blank equals 180. So 35 plus the question mark. Subtract 35. The question mark is equal to 1.5.
My day-to-day life is under attack by statistics that I gotta grab. Can't forget about algebra and memorize tax, so I love this math class.